Seems like a bad plan.
Yeah, if that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, Lyanna is going to try. How does this one work? She's gonna say to this creature here, "Hey, let the horse go!" And we'll see how this guy can do on a wisdom save. With a 13, he will fail. On his turn, he will be magically compelled to let go of Ruin. And she will concentrate on that spell. No offense, mage, but I'm gonna stand separate from you. She'll run out of the a river of glass.
Our string of our fucking Tesla coil disperses.
Mm-hmm.
What will I do? I know. On the big guy down here.
21 is definitely going to hit for 21 fire damage.
I will also.
Fucking spread the heck out.
Not make myself a target for a thunderbolt.
Hell yeah. Alright, it's you?
Yep.
Alright, we'll go to this creature, which will let go of Ruin, fulfilling the suggestion, and turn towards the new and interesting Caitlyn. With a pair of claws. A 14, which will miss, and then a 19.
Nice.
Also misses. Alright. It claws at you twice and cannot get through to you. It's going to step out from in between you and the horse. We'll go to you.
Nice try, kiddo. Command that horse to move. And I will also move. Surely I can't miss 4 times in a row. My fucking god.
20 is going to hit.
The double that once. I guess it wouldn't have mattered if I Great Weapon lost it anyway. Do I want to smite? Probably.
You always want to smite. Can you
still a
afford to
level
smite?
3 smite for today.
Okay, this isn't undead, so please put it in as a level 4.
Oh yeah. One more.
Yes. Yes. All right, 37 damage. Jesus Christ. Big whack from Blood Drinker into this creature's gigantic claws.
No blood to drink those, so no necrotic damage. Very sad. That's me, huh? No, that's not me. Kick.
A kick,
Advantage.
a 9 misses. Oh, a 22 hits. 13 bludgeoning damage. Interestingly, this thing does not have magical resistance, so that is a full 13 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. That's me.
Alrighty. We'll go to our giant down here. Let's see you and me. Oh!
Oh no.
Let's put down a lightning bolt! Zeren, Ku, Adelante, and Malia, please, all of you, make me dexterity saving
Are
throws.
you fucking kidding me?
Versus getting striked by lightning.
At least I'm
Can
still
I-
resistant. It's fine. I'm
Okay.
resistant. It's okay.
Alrighty, that's a 6, a 14, a 25, and a 13.
Can I give my natural inspiration? Like, I have an actual inspiration point. Can I give
Not
that to
your
somebody
character
else?
one, no. That is
Can
only for
I
you.
attempt to counterspell this?
This is not a
skeleton?
spell.
Innate
Okay.
ability.
It's not a spell, it's just an action that they have. Yeah.
Is this an Undead
Magical
Storm
roll.
Giant?
I think
What?
it's some sort of
No!
giant.
No!
No.
That's just a really big guy.
It's just a big old guy.
It's just a skeleton who got upgraded in life.
The reason Mage hasn't pulled out their blade yet is because one hand has a journal. Shooting.
Everyone except
Firebolts
Ku
for
is
Quill.
gonna fail. That's going to be 53 lightning damage. If you have resistance, you take 26.
Yay! I fucking hate this motherfucking
Did
skeleton.
Ren get one of those cloaks?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is.
Mhm.
Everybody,
take
I
20
had extra made. Everybody got one except Mage.
I take 10 damage. you
I
said?
think
25. 26.
I think Minos and Minos were Plusle and Minon were supposed to get one.
No, it was Minos and Minos. Yeah.
I think they were supposed to get one, but
Yeah.
fuck them. They don't remember my name.
Wait. All right. That is an action, so that is what it will do. So we'll go to Adelante. So you get struck by lightning again.
Fucking bitch. If I stand back here, do I get advantage with
I don't
Mafia?
know. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay. If you can draw a straight line through it.
I mean, I
Why don't
could,
you
right?
just-
From
Damn,
right
why don't
here.
you just stand? Why don't you just stand?
Oh, true, right there. Yeah.
No,
that
that's
doesn't
where I was
work.
gonna stand. Go back.
Too late. You're faster than me anyway.
Adelante, you make your way around.
Yeah.
Surprise.
You're the tallest. You're at eye level with its thigh bone.
Yeah. I go to hit him with my hammer.
No way.
Yeah. Wait.
I'm incensed.
You roll 11.
Yeah. Let's go. Then I'm gonna put a blessed
Wait, let me check
strike.
my. No, hold on. Let me check. I don't think that's gonna hit. Actually, I'm really sorry.
I'm gonna put it-
I have it here in the script that Mage is now gonna cast Silvery Barbs.
Shut up. No. All
Yikes.
right. Well, here we go.
Ooh. Big damage.
Alrighty then. 10, so 20 bludgeoning plus 18, so 38 total damage. Will nearly bloody this thing. Not quite,
Did I
but
get an
almost
extra
there.
D8 on the blessed strikes because of the
I don't think so. I think that's a smite thing.
Okay. Bet.
Did
Well,
you-
and then I have another one.
Okay. Make sure you turn off Call of the Hunt for this one.
Yeah.
Not user it. This is your War Priest bonus action attack?
No.
No. You just get extra attack.
I have extra attack.
Okay, 6 more for 12 more. That will bloody this creature.
Then, what if I action search?
You're allowed to do whatever you would like. You're a
I'm
good girl.
gonna do it. I'm gonna do that.
Alright, action search. 2 more hits.
And then I'll hit him 2 more times.
You better. Better think about it.
Kill him
18 will
both.
hit. 9 is 18. Slamming and cracking and slam cracking. 28 hits. 9 more, 18 more.
Yeah, how's it feel? Stupid
Let's
skeleton.
go.
Stupid
Yeah,
spooky skeleton.
A cool, like, what? 100 damage? Nearly. With all the doubling?
I still get a bonus action though.
Probably.
Awesome. I think I have this one. Can I do? Let me get mass healing word though.
Okay.
Okay. We'll do 4th on this one, and then just everybody that's in the range of it, I guess.
Who is
As
that?
you are now furthest away.
Call
As I'm
that
the
out.
furthest away.
Who are you picking for 6 creatures?
I have 60 feet, so I could technically get Leanna too.
Okay.
I can get like all of us here except Mage, I think.
Okay. So the list of names is?
Malia, Zaren, Leanna, Caitlyn, and Ku if she's even hurt.
Okay. How much?
Oh, not that.
Hey. Lana's back at full. Alright, is that going to be you?
Yeah.
Anyone who just had your name called, you can heal for 8. Zaren!
Hello.
Hello!
Nice, man.
Oh!
I will get in position.
No.
Yes.
No.
Here.
Oh my god.
And I will smack it.
Both of those are gonna hit. For 14, so 28 bludgeoning and 10 more slashing. This thing is looking very, very hurt.
I was supposed to roll that with advantage. Oh well.
You were, but you did already hit.
Smack, smack. I'm done.
Alrighty, we'll go to Ku.
I trust that they have this one, so I'm gonna steady aim the bone boy over here.
Bone boy.
And we'll go for a power shot.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, my monsters.
No.
A 14 will miss.
It's fucking whipping by.
Wish.
That is me. Gamble and find out.
Alrighty. Malaya.
Okay, so this thing is
Malaya.
still cursed.
It is. You hexblade cursed it. Both of those will hit for 14 and 10 plus 10 additional, so 34 total. What does that look like?
From the pointy end, she cuts at the ligaments and the joints of the thing, and then knocks it off balance until she can hit it in the face. And it goes down.
It goes down with a huge crash,
No.
almost tinkling as the pieces fall into the crystal and glass, kicking up shards.
And that's it. It's down.
All right, that's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Lyanna is going to go for a classic Dissonant Whispers on that creature, which will make a wisdom save. 25 is definitely going to save, and Dissonant Whispers is not half damage. It is half damage. So 4. That's gonna be Lyanna's turn. We'll go to Mage. Magicus.
Is that? Yeah. Oh, stab. Pop.
25 will hit. 24 will hit.
Ooh.
Shasha.
Shashamala.
That's me.
Alright. Oh, I forgot that it could do this. Oh well. It should have done that when you came near it, but it didn't. Instead, it will attack you once and Caitlyn once. Mage, a 19 to hit you, Caitlyn a 14. Alright, I believe that both of you are, in that case, safe. As this thing continues to shimmy. Caitlyn.
I'm gonna hit with the miss twice.
Okay. 12 misses, 26 hits.
Not sure if the 10 extra damage is worth missing this much.
Just roll better.
I accidentally left my level 3 smite on, but we'll take it.
Okay. Jesus. The 46 damage.
I'll just count that as a level 2 that has the bonus D8 from it being undead.
Okay.
And that'll be me. Except kick.
Alrighty, except kick. 24 hits for 28 damage. Oh god, which kills it?
Oh shit.
How does Ruin kill this thing that had 27 HP?
Probably just gets real big like horses do, like stands up on his back leg and just slams its foot straight down into its skull. Violent creature.
I would run to Adol and say, "Are you okay? You took a lot of hits." Poke, poke.
I would like to dissect.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot more of those.
What the hell? You just walk. Fine.
Bruh.
Mage, what are you looking to dissect? They are very large piles of bone.
Any lingering giant magical influence?
Yeah. I don't even know what this would be. Like,
Not an Arcana.
I will. I mean, Arcana's the only like knowledge of giants.
As a
You've
practice
never,
roll.
you've never encountered giants or anything like that before. Actually, none of you really have, outside of legends and stories.
So what am I rolling?
Arcana, you did do it.
No, that was a practice roll.
No, it wasn't. We don't do practice rolls here. Do or die all the time.
That was a practice. You didn't tell me what to roll yet. It didn't count.
Unfortunately, I have allowed that to stand too many times to start enforcing it now.
Damn, I don't know shit.
Giants are a mystery.
Have I seen anything like this before?
You can give me an Arcana. Or perhaps a history to recall anything about giants.
Oh.
Giants are a thing of the past, really, with a 13 is all you know. They're in forgotten tales of knights and great kingdoms of the earliest times of this world. With an 18, these bones don't look natural. They look magically created. You've seen a thing or two created by the Fabricate spell before, especially at college.
Ooh.
This is not dissimilar to that, but the armor does appear to be genuine. There's no magical traces left in it. But it seemed like someone made these, someone with old knowledge.
Like a chronomancy wizard we met in Egg. I knew it. It's all connected.
I mean, it is all connected.
It's a fucking image of Charlie from It's Always Sunny, except it's Mage with like the cigarette
Yeah,
pointing to the whiteboard.
it's another fan art that I desperately need in my life.
What about this guy over here?
What would you like to investigate? Just knowledge of what that kind of creature is?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a history check. You're not sure. It looks like something that maybe was once humanoid that underwent magic of some description and lost itself to undeath. It's hard to say. There are a lot of flavors of undeath. This one is not specifically familiar to you. The large bony claws are unique though. You've never seen something like that. And as you kind of are poking it around, the hand kind of opens and you realize that it could reach something maybe like 15, almost 20 feet away.
Ew.
Very long, stretchy arms.
Okay.
So that looked like it had. I sort of want to take a break to attune to this bloke now.
Probably not a bad idea. We got more, probably for sure.
Where did these things come out from?
The walls.
They seem to have just been standing guard. Adelante and Zeren saw it when it was just kind of standing here, completely motionless except for the flecks of light. I mean, are we gonna camp here next to big piles of bones and whatever that statue is?
Yeah,
And you guys see a very tall elven man wearing simple clothing. He's depicted standing, arms to his side with his face up as if looking at something, lips pursed as if perhaps speaking mid-speech. It's hard to say.
Well, I mean, we could camp around here. Of course, I'm sure further ahead's probably going to have a lot more going on. So even if we took a breath and pushed a little bit forward, but up to you.
That place still has 3 walls over there.
All the better to choke us with. Okay, no, that's actually a pretty good spot.
Or is it like the head like here and then use divine sense
Sure.
out to I think it's 60 feet.
Okay. You do not detect anything that is not behind full cover.
Shit. Okay. Wait here, Liana.
You walk around and use it 4 more times, or what? 3 more times is how many
I
uses
just
you
want
have.
to look around the corner.
Make
you
sure
know.
it's clear.
You can see that though this river of crystal and glass is less large and defined as the one that you're currently standing in, it is the one that most leads in the direction that you're heading, which is north and east.
I look around this building as much as I can. No
Okay.
skeletons.
It's basically right up against this cliff face here.
Okay.
If you want to give me a specific perception check, you're welcome.
Well, if no skeletons have attacked me while walking around, I think it's probably safe enough. Perception is not high. Yep. 4.
What about you, Malia? What you up to?
Well, if Caitlyn does get attacked, I don't want her to be by herself.
You're the best of this party. I just need you to know.
I'm just saying.
So good and helpful.
Oh, looks good.
How did a nice and genuinely kind person end up with these chuckle fucks? Alright. Quick nap then. A rest, but keep it short, as they say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Look who decided to start talking.
How long has it been since I've not said words?
Long time.
That's my mic.
As soon as the combat ended, Zeren was talking.
My mic was muted. and I didn't
After
know.
you didn't show up for bath time, I still
TBH.
ran up to you. You okay? Ignore.
I didn't
cold
notice you
shoulder.
couldn't hear me. I was talking.
That's too
Cringe,
bad.
TBH.
Oh my god.
You got to make it up to him. My poor boy.
Sits
Oh.
on rock.
Gonna go.
It's all solid enough for Ruin to sit on top of it.
Limo.
See, look how responsive Ku is.
Where are you going?
I'm
Away.
exploring the ruins. Leave me
I'm
alone.
trying to catch up to you.
No.
Oh boy.
It's
Come
called
on.
stalking.
Do
in
we
some
know anything
circles.
about this statue here?
Anyone who has studied or is from this continent can give me a history check.
No.
Or maybe Malia, you specifically as well, because you have connections to the elven culture of this continent. So I'll say Adelante or Malia could, but Adelante seems preoccupied.
Mm.
There are a few elven figures that you know from history. Few enough of them are from a time period long enough ago that they could have been a part of this city when it was still standing. With a 14, you have a vague memory of a elven prince who is important for some reason. You can't recall the name.
Okay.
I don't remember hearing anything of this in the time of traveling with Petra. First, then again, I don't think the idea was to attack an entire city of undead. What do you think, Mage? Pretty fancy robe, though. I think it's from, like, whatever happened here.
I just got back from peeing. Can you repeat what you said?
May just off in the tree line taking a piss.
The responsibilities of bodily functions, finally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, the roads and everything, all these ruins, you think it was from whatever cataclysm or thing happened with the elves initially? This doesn't seem really, normal.
You know, and Mage is gonna pull out the thematic compass and realign it to Celestia.
Hey, mage.
Uh-oh.
High or low?
Spins. It just spins.
Hi.
Roll me a D100.
Oh, fuck.
You fucked up. You have
No
fucked
whammies,
up.
no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. That's a whammy.
The compass begins to spin, picking up speed rapidly until the spinning of the needle is audible as a small whir inside of the glass. And as it does so, the glow of the compass begins to get brighter and brighter and brighter until it is like a flashlight in your hands. And then this is a
Duck and roll. Duck and roll.
let's see. Oh Jesus. Okay. Oh Oh, you missed one of the craziest things by 1 point. Caster polymorphs into a mammal appropriate for the area.
Oh no.
Made you immediately become a red squirrel.
Can I feel?
Yes, you feel everything a squirrel would feel.
Cute.
I run up the fucking tree and start hopping branch to branch.
Mage! Mage, come back! No! Oh fuck, Mage!
Ku,
Is
you
Mage
can
having
see that-
squirrel thoughts?
Ku, you can see that as Mage became a squirrel, the compass dropped onto the crystal and is still spinning and still glowing and seeming to get stronger and stronger. The light getting brighter by the second.
Mage! I look at the compass nervously. Fuck!
That is the fastest squirrel ever.
You ever seen a squirrel, man?
As fast as fuck.
Yeah.
Fast as fuck, boy.
I try to skirt the compass a little.
You can move around it.
Find Mage. Find Mage. Stop. Cease.
It can
Turn.
only be changed once per day,
Fuck.
and only by the person attuned to it.
Wait. I look over at Mage as he goes by for a brief moment. Hey, food for you. Food and fun.
You guys all can now hear what sounds like a whirring, and you turn around, you can see the light, and Ku speaking to a squirrel.
Fucking God.
Lyanna gives a heavy sigh. She rolls over on her rock.
Does anyone know how to dispel magic?
What the heck?
Yeah, I can handle it.
I'm pretty sure this is Mage.
Right.
No,
There's
I'm
enough
serious.
dry food.
And, like, I'm giving him like little crackers and cheese and nuts. he said Celestia for the compass and it hasn't stopped worrying, and then he turned into this.
And they became a squirrel.
Yes.
The whirring is starting to get higher pitched. The brightness of the light is now visible as a beam upwards from the ground.
Wait, crap. I actually can't handle that. Well, he's a squirrel. I don't say that. I don't say I can handle it.
You said dispel magic on
on
Mage?
on the squirrel. He's Mage.
I crawl up.
Okay.
I crawl up onto.
Okay, polymorph is a 4th level spell. She needs to make a charisma DC 14 check. Mage, whilst clinging to Ku, you become you again.
I collapse on Ku.
Now what
I
do we do with
immediately
that?
scurry over with my bag of holding. Oh no, I shouldn't do that. I will attempt to close the compass.
You're gonna reach out and you're gonna touch it and close it?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a constitution check as you grab it. As intense, ravening magic runs through and up your
Ooh,
arm.
can I use my inspiration?
You can if you have not used it.
Oh!
Okay, Mage, for a moment, you realize that the power ravening up your arm is not power but knowledge. For what is knowledge but power itself? And with a natural 24 above a 22, oh my god, I didn't think that this would happen. At this point, you are. I mean, it's not unlike the scene at the end of Indiana Jones 4. Knowledge beyond comprehension begins to flood through you, and purely via osmosis, you start to pick up on things that you already have some knowledge of, that your mind reaches out and grabs. Your understanding of the planar system expands in a way that can only be described as exponential. In your inner eye, you see the planar system, the discs of color and light that swirl with their different elements or powers, their deities, symbols emblazoned on them. And then that zooms out, and you see that is a plane of its own, a small sphere attached to a giant globe that is just one of many clouds that seem to float through this ether space as you see reality after reality stacked together to create something more. And then your vision fractures slightly. You see your planar system, and then you see a wall around it, and a wall beyond that. You see 5 beings of power, wreathed in light but indiscernible, outside of the farthest barrier. And a single, brighter, glowing power that fills the space between the 2 walls, that seems stretched thin to man the border. And then you finish snapping this compass closed, and you blink stars out of your eyes as the bright light immediately is snapped away. Made you look down. The skin on your fingertips is peeling.
Healing how?
In?
I mean, like you burned the tips of your fingers.
So my glove burned away?
No.
Oh, I imagine I'm in a lot of pain. Because if it's a burning peel, right?
It's not a burning peel. I'm just describing what it looks like. Essentially, it looks like you can see fresh pink. Like you look down your hand, and through the glove, it's like you can see a shell with a hand inside of it, pink flesh peeking out from where the tips of your fingers are.
So I'll slide my glove and look at my hand.
It looks like you have a bunch of hangnails in all different directions at the end of your fingers, but they don't hurt.
Is the surface still that hard plaster?
It is, but it gets more and more like flesh the farther down your finger you get, until you get to the tip where it seems to flake away, exactly like dry dead skin, and reveal new skin, tender to the touch.
I think Mage is going to pull out a journal and drop it next to themselves. Hold the quill between their lips, and they're going to pull a dagger from their belt. Oh yeah. And they're going to try to peel off some of the hand plaster with the dagger.
It is not painful if you start at the fingertips, but as you go farther up the hand, I would say by your second knuckle, the scales are much tougher and harder to peel off as you crack the plaster in dried ash. And it's, you know when you are clipping your toenails and you clip it too far?
Or any nail?
Yeah.
Don't know why it's got to be the dog specifically, but yeah.
Just giving an example. I feel like it happens more often on your toenail. I don't know. You reach a point where it no longer feels like you're separating something that is covering something else. It feels like you reach a point where it's simply painful and there's nothing underneath. It's all just one piece. The living flesh seems to seamlessly join at a slightly different point at each of your fingers.
This is noteworthy.
I would imagine.
You alright?
You say, looking down at Mage sitting cross-legged, cutting their own hand apart.
Russian, have I seen no blood?
Mage bled previous to this, yes?
No, I don't believe so.
No. So no.
You good?
There's probably some kind of lifeblood equivalent, but we haven't really ever gotten into it.
Are you okay?
Sorry, I was writing notes. Mage, I think through the entire process, they're like looking at their hands, scribble, scribbles, looking at their hands, scribble, scribble, and nothing else exists around them at the moment.
Yeah, that's gonna take a while.
What just happened?
I'm just gonna examine the hand case shellings. They're probably on the ground.
It looks like clay mixed with ash to form a kind of plaster. And it's interesting, you can see on the inside of some of the larger pieces the indents of a hand with pores and knuckle hair, as if it were a cast made of a hand.
He grew out? Maybe something being morphed in the gifts and...
Are they shedding?
I think so.
Is Mage shedding their skin?
I really think so.
I think so, yeah.
Mage shedding themselves.
It's Mage Lizard.
Yes, confirmed.
No.
Illuminati are next.
Lizard Mage or Lage, for short.
Lage. Lage sounds cool.
The whole party whispers, not discreetly and worriedly, around Mage. Except for Zeren, who does not get, yeah. He's been chilling. He's being chilling.
Yeah, he's mad at Alante right now.
I mean, are we concerned? Do we want me to do something about this?
Is the compass still glowing?
It is closed, and when it was closed, the glowing stopped.
Doesn't look like it's hurting them.
New experiences, probably?
Yeah, probably.
I'm just gonna try and read over Mage's shoulder of what he's writing.
What language do you write in, Mage?
Elvish.
I have no idea.
I can't read it either.
Okay. Definitely learned something that needed to be written down.
Yeah.
Elvish is the quickest script because I imagine it's like cursive.
Yeah, one free flow.
This is where I steal again from the Aragon universe and say that the Elvish script is written in a script called the Liduin Kavadi.
Ooh.
Aragon, Elvish. I keep getting Aragorn.
Aragorn.
It's the text that they use to capture the ancient language. It's the best way to write that specifically. It serves as the elf's language. They speak it rather than speaking the English equivalent of that world.
We really
And
got
then-
to look through a skeleton-filled forest in peace, Kenmore.
And then I imagine just like book shut, put away, quill put away, compass put back on body. They get up.
It's warm.
What?
You
You,
feel it
Compass.
in your hand. Yeah, that it's warm. You feel it in your fingers.
you
So
want
maybe
your
we'll look at that for a hot
sheddings?
minute.
Which this is. I assume you also reached out to close it with your dominant hand. Is mage right or left-handed? Which hand do they hold their sword in?
They're right-handed.
They're right-handed. Okay.
So were they writing notes with the same hand?
Well, the notes are really sloppy.
Mm.
I bet mage is mostly ambidextrous, but just prefers their right hand. That seems very mage-like.
They taught themselves to use their left hand.
Why not
Yeah.
learn how to use both of them?
So
You
that they
know?
could write it in 2 different books at the same time.
Fucking.
And a
That would
mage
take
hand
this
for a
potato
third.
chip and eat it.
Mm.
They'll-
Okay.
They're gonna like look around at everybody. What?
You want your sheddings?
Are you a snake person? Snurson for short?
I don't think they're a snurson.
Snage.
This is all like clay.
Mage is gonna look at Adelante. Adelante. I believe I saw the kindred gods.
Mm.
in the
Really?
Vale.
I guess I would share like my description of them from when I saw it.
Mage, I think, would take out a new journal and immediately scribble down each symbol of the gods that they saw.
That's interesting. Did you want to just write down what happened? I know you're very good at note taking, or do you want to just talk about it right now?
Probably conversation for sturdier shelter.
Right. But as long as you're okay, you're not hurt. You don't feel hurt.
I believe there's some extra static electricity running through me.
Right, so we should fix that. Okay. I kinda wanna just prayer of healing real fast.
Sure, please do so. Mage, for your edification, the symbols, you already know Ashur and Karox, the golden mountaintop and the roaring lion skull. You know the symbol of war to be the gauntlet with the flames, the field of flames. The symbols for Mentor and the Journeyman are respectively a book with what appears to be a plant or a tree growing from it. And the symbol for the Journeyman is a hammer and sickle over farmlands.
The communist.
Yes.
Communism.
I think Mage might be fascinated that they have fingernails now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Molly
and you
would
gotta,
ask to see their hands.
gotta make sure to keep those clean.
Fleshy.
Mage will offer Molly other hand.
And she holds it gently, like before, after Mage's vision with Celestia, but like is noting the differences.
I think it's gonna probably take them a minute, because they're still coming down from that knowledge orgasm they just had. But like the fingertips tap and run against her palm. They feel the fucking crevices in her hand. Any scars or calluses. And then I think they're going to remove their hand and like hover to her cheek with a non-verbal weight.
She'll probably close the distance with her own hand as well.
Whoa. What is happening over there? I grab one of Mage's hands, put it on my cheek.
It's a completely plastered hand.
And I'd be like, what are you feeling, Molly? I don't feel anything. Like, I feel his hand, but what's so special? What's going on?
Your cheek's a little fuzzy. It made sense to Molly.
Oh. I turn and look at Adelante.
It's pronounced nice.
Oh,
mustache.
come on.
I put,
Amalia smiles. Yep. You should try Zoran's ears.
Oh yeah, it's pretty great.
Pivot, turn.
I like bow down a little bit, or like hunch down a little bit. Tail
And
wagging. Yeah.
Traces fingertips along ears, rubs the tip.
His expression becomes just. He starts to literally like hum.
Turns.
Yeah.
Removes hand, turns, runs fingertips through Adelante's hair,
Yeah.
feels the ends.
No.
We're,
No. Come back.
I take really good care of it, so I mean I hope it's not terrible.
I used so much conditioner it survived 100 years in ice.
Yeah.
Like Avatar.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we should be moving.
Yeah, we probably should.
And I think for the first time, Mage is going to touch their own face to feel what everybody else feels.
It's smooth and
Smooth porcelain.
cool and not. You're only getting one side of the tactile experience. Well, I guess that was almost an hour of resting. Maybe like 5 more minutes and I'm good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, anyone who's doing restful activities that whole time can roll hit dice at this point and gain any other short rest benefits that they get.
Well, I was, but I don't believe that counts anymore.
No, when you were polymorphed into a squirrel and spent your time sprinting around, I'm not going to call that restful. Pretty much everything else I would have given you, but
Oh.
Hit dice 42.
wow, 2 10s
Let's go.
and 2 7s on that DH. That is near
too.
max.
Hey. pretty good.
That's pretty good.
15.
Hey, it's pretty good. Lyanna will also perform a Song of Rest, so you can all also add an extra D12.
Hell yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Woo woo!
It's fine.
Mage, if you would like to request to stay here longer, you're more than welcome to, so that you can get your
No, I
rest as
got
well.
enough HP.
Okay.
Are any of these green stones loose?
They're all loose. It's completely loose, like glass and crystal. It doesn't exactly crunch under your feet. The pieces are all like between shards and an inch thick, but the shards have almost all been reduced to just this very fine dust, almost sand-like, that fills the bottom of it. But it's like walking on crystal gravel almost.
I'm gonna take a handful.
Sure. It's more like sea glass than just like a shattered window, but there are parts that are sharp. If you're not wearing gloves, you do have to be careful. You all wear I realize I should have established this before, but you all wear shoes, right?
Saren wears
Yeah.
sandals.
I wear
Zoran has-
sandals.
That's fine, so long as you're not digging in the ground with your feetsies.
Yeah,
Magical
no.
shoes.
They're good, high quality sandals.
They're tight to your feet. There's no glass getting in between your foot and the thing.
Yep.
Got them good magic boots.
Onwards and inwards, I suppose.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be
Caitlin,
onwards and downwards once we get there.
Caitlin, we're moving.
Mm-hmm.
Are you alright?
Eating.
Gosh, without that
the
good ration.
snack-
Where did you get time to get a full roast out? What the
The
heck?
snacky type.
So much.
Well, it
snack.
only works once a day, but this bag just makes food.
That's dope.
A
Do you have
quality
the
bag.
same food every time, or is it a new dish every day?
Does it make burritos?
It depends which rolls we're using for the bag.
Wait, what?
Looks at God.
What country
I have
are
an
burritos
idea.
Oh, every country.
Faerun.
Catch up with that mage.
I'm just joking, I don't know.
Think if I tried out a bean enough and hit somebody with it for my sling, I could kill him?
Depends on who you're shooting it at.
Mage is hiding.
Not to your better control.
We just didn't fuck it up.
Hey guys, I know the compass stopped working, but you're going the wrong way.
Oh,
Oh. Whoops.
Wow, I was just following Mage.
Well,
How do you know that's the right way?
Because Nate told me about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, when I was peeing.
You talk to
Zoran,
God?
Zoran,
Oh,
heal.
yeah.
Zoran, heal.
You gotta come down here.
I'm sorry, I saw something shiny over there.
What was it, boy?
I didn't get to see it. It moved.
Mystical boy.
Maybe it was somebody watching us.
Hello?
Hello!
If you
Wow,
don't
so
answer
fucking
back, you're
funny.
ugly.
As you guys walk, you continue calling out.
We have a guard dog! And it's
I
me!
thought you were gonna say we have a gun.
I'm armed. I'm not.
Me
afraid to use
too.
it.
I have a really big hammer.
2 bazookas.
Big tent.
Saren goes out.
High five, Nate.
Sniff,
I'm
sniff.
the fucking same track of mind.
It's not anything out of the ordinary.
Why don't you give me a perception, Zoran?
Perception.
To smell.
Smell.
You guys are all here.
What did I
don't
roll?
smell anything
Fuck.
out of order.
Just that roast that Caitlin pulled out of the bag.
Yeah, I side-eye her. Did it all for me a bite.
You're
pick
too
up-
busy getting pet by like 7 different people.
One different.
You could have
person.
done that to me this morning too, and you didn't.
Oh,
No one loves me anymore.
Fluff your ears. He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
No. No.
All of you hear as a shiver seems to run through the river of glass crystal.
Oh.
We're menacing them.
Seems to tinkle.
Oh.
Gems seeming to rub together, creating almost a sound like overlapping wind chimes again and again over the top of each other. And then you can see what looked like bulges in the glass itself. And you realize that the ground underneath is actually being pushed upwards by something seeming to swim or dig its way through it. And as you become aware of that,
Oh boy.
you all see something come out of invisibility,
Oh.
floating high over the river of glass to the south. A small, glowing skull wreathed in flames with gems for its eyes. You can see several different colored crystals, all pale and lusterless, seem to orbit it like small celestial bodies. As it appears, it lets out a loud, satisfied sounding cackle. Those of you who have knowledge of undead would recognize a demi-lich when you see one.
oh shit.
It's time to go to work.
Would everyone please roll some initiative for me?
No.
That thing's gonna hurt really fucking bad.
Oh god.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Do not recommend getting near it.
Who's the only one ready for the lich?
Lyanna with the classic high-ass initiative. Alright, hold on to me. Caitlin, Malia, Zaren, Ku.
I rolled like shit.
Alrighty.
Let's jump right
Into the moon. I hate it.
Lyanna is going to say, "Suck fire!" And she's gonna immediately shoot a fireball at it.
Don't know if that's gonna work very well.
She shoots out a ball of fire. This thing attempts to swerve to the side. A 9 will fail. However, it will still take half damage from its avoidance. Suck on that! How you like that? And she's going to distance herself slightly from the party.
We're gonna need to hit it really hard.
Okay. This one is going to see that Lyanna has moved within 30 feet of it.
You got volunteered.
It is going to open its jaws wide, and you see that one of the lusterless gems around it seems to glow with power as it swings around to the front of this creature. And you all watch as color and light seems to be to stream out of Lyanna towards this thing. She needs to make a charisma save. That's a big 26. You see that she's able to wrench part of the her mass and life force, perhaps, back inside of her, but it still does quite a bit of 25 necrotic damage on a successful save. And it will hover in this direction, slightly. Kuposhak.
Yeah, not wasting anything on this. I'm pulling out a +2 sling bullet and steady aiming. Spread if you can, don't stay next to it. And...
32 is definitely going to hit. Alright, it is resistant to magical slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning, so that 40 is going to be half to 20.
Yep.
As you slam out and rocket through the teeth and jaw of this thing, taking a very large chunk out.
Push it back 5.
Push it back 5.
Yeah, really, do not hold back. That is me.
At the end of your turn, this is only going to catch 2 people, but we're going to do energy drain. Malia and Adelante, can you both make me Constitution saving throws?
Here's where I roll bad. Nope, never mind.
Okay, you will both save and take no damage. Oh. Additionally, the ground swells. Leaping up from underneath
Oh, no.
is what appears to be some kind of sickening gray-brown creature, its flesh ripped and rotted apart, that seems to swim through the earth as if it were water. And it leaps high into the air as it crests out and attempts to land on both Malia and Adelante.
Oh no.
I need both of you to make strength or dexterity saving throws, your choice. Alright, Malia, you are going to fail. You are knocked prone, and you take 23 bludgeoning and slashing damage. Adelante, you save. You only take half the damage, so 11. And you are pushed into any of the 5 feet that you would like to behind it.
I guess just straightforward, like away. Yeah.
Okay. Move yourself. And that's gonna be that one's turn. Malia, you start your turn prone, underneath one of this thing's gigantic paws. It is unusually shark-like, despite its large, powerful arms and claws.
What would it take for me to attempt to get up?
You just need to use half of your movement.
Okay.
You can move into any of the squares that it's not occupying.
And I'm just gonna smack the thing.
Alright, smack the thing. Smack his bitch up. Wow. Those are both going to hit for a total of 2... Oh, yeah, one more. 16, 30 damage. Very nice. A quick flurry of blows at this thing to show that you are not to be fucketed with.
Okay, that's me.
Alrighty. Another swell of earth and rock. Another
shit.
leaping cry. Ku and Zaren, I need you both to make strength or dexterity saving throws, your choice. You will both pass and take half damage. Gu, you'll take none. Zeren, half damage is 14 for you, and you're not raging currently. Neither of you are knocked prone. You're both pushed out of your squares.
Well, hey.
Alante.
All right. I have 2 weird lizard creatures near me.
Feeling pretty happy right now.
You have 3 weird lizard creatures.
Hey now.
I kind of just want to shoot the fucking this guy.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
All right, we're going to open up with something fucking not crazy. I want to throw a guiding bolt at him.
Okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you are at disadvantage because you are in melee range, so I do need you to roll me
One more time.
A
Aww.
13 is not going to hit.
It had to be a crit fail on the second one. That's
Bonus
fucked
action
up.
and or movement, Adelante, as you cast that out, and the grinning gem-eyed skull dodges.
I am gonna move here, and then I'll call it. My
Okay.
turn.
At the end of your turn, this thing is going to move. One moment. Here.
Stinky.
Okay. Zeren, what would you like to do?
So what's happening? What's with the skull thing? He has never encountered this, so
Oh, yeah.
can anyone tell him?
Somebody shouted, kill it. Who
Who?
was shouting, kill it most of the time?
Yeah.
who?
Kill it as fast as you can, as hard as you can.
You only have 6 seconds. What would you like to do?
Attack.
Alright.
So, did it attach to the space thing?
No, it's floating above it. It's out of melee range.
I would like to light crossbow it. Shoot it.
A 15 will miss.
No. That's it, right? I can't attack again.
No, not with the crossbow, because it's a loading weapon.
Okay. Then I rage and
And that'll be you.
Yep.
Okay. You get your temp HP. Who are you picking for your Call of the Hunt peoples?
I will pick Malia, Caitlyn, and Adalton.
Hell yeah. Mage, it's your turn.
I am going to Blade Song. And as a bonus action, and then as a standard action, just fly.
Okay. You being concentrating on fly.
Whoop. Does it say it's 310 feet in the air?
No, that's it's 10 feet up.
Oh, okay.
The 3 is separate.
But then I will fly 10 feet up.
Okay.
Oh, actually. I think I'm gonna actually just go the full 60 straight up.
Okay.
And that'll be mage.
No, Caitlyn. Caitlyn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna fly over these big lizard boys
Okay.
and hit the flying skull.
You can try. No
You can try.
advantage.
Yeah, I don't have advantage, so I'm not gonna Great Weapon Master.
Coward.
I am a cow. Where's my non-Great Weapon Master version of my weapon?
Caitlin forgot how to swing it.
I think I just like removed my
Heat
non-grade
it up.
division.
Then use your great weapon. Simply.
No. Bam, bam.
A 19 will miss. A 32 is going to hit.
Damn, that's crazy. You will never guess what I'm gonna do.
No, I bet I can't.
And 2 more d8 because it's undead.
Alrighty, that will definitely bloody this creature. You give it a right CN2 with that.
61 radiant and 21 slashing.
It
My
does
little
survive.
flash,
It is
yeah.
resistant to your blade itself, which is the only thing that saves it. Is that going to be you, Caitlin?
You said kill it, so I'm trying to kill it. That is me.
Liana is going to say, if I put it in, if I make it a bug, can you kill it easier?
What if is it too late
Hmm?
for Call of the Hunt?
Oh.
Would you still
I'll
love me
allow
if I
it.
was a bug?
I would not.
I'm not sure if I could stay in that form long.
Liana's going to try and cast Polymorph on it. That is a 21 to save against Polymorph.
No.
I don't know what to do. I'm not really helping. I'm sorry.
It's a Demi-Lich. It's magical. It's very bad.
It's a what?
Demi-Lich.
As she says, what? This thing opens its jaws and begins to howl.
Brace.
It is blood curdling. I need everybody except Mage to make me a con save. That includes Ruin.
Yep.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh.
Mm.
Ooh,
Okay.
Liana.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Alright, cool. Well, Adelante, Caitlin.
I'm gonna use
Okay.
my procession on me.
On you.
Okay,
Oh.
15.
Alright. Caitlin and Zaren succeed.
Oh, 15 was good.
Caitlin and Zaren, you are frightened until the end of your next turn.
Oh god.
Everyone who failed is going to drop to 0 hit points.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Fucking Banshee screamed. You got Banshee. Fuck.
Zaren, you are simply frightened, as are you, Caitlin. You are frightened of
I
the
also take
Demi-Lich.
4 fall damage.
You also take 4 fall damage as you fall off of Ruin.
I am
Yeah, so
still stitched.
Ku, Malia, and
As
oh,
my
your
tattoo
life well pops. Yeah,
illuminates
okay.
on my back.
Okay. So that's Liana, prone. That's Malia, prone. That's Adelante, prone. Ku, you were falling, but then your tattoo pops and you're still standing.
He needs to die now.
Yeah, let's go to you, Ku.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Even as the howl peters out, you regain your feet. You see both of your main healers lying on the ground, blood oozing from their eyes and ears.
I'm gonna chug a. I've gotta make sure I stay up at least about fucking gonna chug a potion of supreme healing.
Mm.
Over that real quick.
What level of potion was that?
There we are.
Okay. 47 HP. Nothing to sneeze at.
And then... Mage, try to help them quickly! As I will scoot over here to try and keep attention of the two mud puppies here.
Mm.
And... Would I have advantage if Zoran's here?
Yes, Zoran is still a combatant. Though he is currently holding a crossbow and pointing it at the skull.
There, and I will take out the spoon and go for the mud puppy's eyes.
Alrighty. Undead mud puppy.
Been a while. Where's my spoon? There's my spoon.
It's been a while.
Trusted spoon.
Yeah, 19 will definitely hit. For quite a bit of damage. 41. As you scoop a ragged roll of gray flesh and several of its large shark scales off of its back.
Come on, right here, ugly
Is that
puppies.
gonna be you?
Yep.
Alrighty. Cool. High or low for favorable results?
Low.
Give me a d20. Cool. This thing is going to jump into the air and land on you and Adelante. It does, because it jumps 15 feet into the air, provoke an opportunity attack on its way up if you would like to try and make it.
I most definitely would, though I
Okay.
don't think
No
I
advantage on this one.
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna say I don't think I get a
This
sneak
is the
attack
other
either way. Or Caitlyn's grounded, isn't she?
Caitlyn was more than... She was not in melee
Alright.
with it.
Alright. String.
23 is going to hit for your reaction.
Little bit of scoopage, because sadly I can't get the sneak attack.
Okay. 5 more piercing, and then I need a save from you. Adelante, as you are landed on, please mark 1 failed death saving throw.
Can I disadvantage dexterity
Dad?
save to try and save her enemy?
Oh shit.
No.
Alright.
This thing is far too big and heavy for you to do anything about. You will safely dodge, Ku. And this is an AoE effect, so you take nothing as a rogue. You can move into any square, any unoccupied square you're touching. Malia, could you please whisper me a death save? Excellent. Please mark that result on your character sheet. This one is going to go for the one that just attacked it. Bite. 20 to bite you, Ku.
Shield.
You just reaction attacked the thing that jumped at you.
That's true. So,
That is going to be 36 piercing damage.
sheesh.
I'm gonna reaction my channel divinity.
Oh.
That little lizard boy needs to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. 7.
The bottom one. So on a failed save, it takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt.
Hell yeah. 36 radiant damage, which this thing is vulnerable to. So let's go a big 72 blow up back in its face to well more than bloody this thing and put it near death. Very, very dope, Caitlyn. We'll go to Adelante next. Adelante, please whisper me a death save. Okay, please mark that result on your character sheet. Zeren, you are frightened. Any attacks you make will be at disadvantage. Same thing to saves while you are in view of the skull. I'm sorry, ability checks, not saves.
Fog. Well,
You're
is this-
also not allowed to move closer to this guy.
I can't move at all, right?
You can move.
Well, even if I wanted to hit it, I can. I can only use my the crossbow I got.
Worry about the
I
mud
guess-
puppies. Mage, you can try and get it.
Okay. Okay. Then I will use my bone counter and shatter spike.
All right. You are at normal because you would have advantage with coup. 12's gonna, or 22's gonna hit, 14 is gonna miss. What does that look like?
Him. Oh, that's the one that died. He would. Since he missed with shatter spike, with all his strength, he would just like slam it down with
Okay.
bone counter.
This, and as you use bone counter to kill it, a single silver piece appears in your pocket to kill an undead with this weapon.
Ming, ming.
Ring ring. Okay, if that's the end of your turn, you are no longer frightened.
Definitely move up. Oh, at the end of my turn, right?
Yes, you can't get closer to this thing on your turn.
Okay. Then, can I go this way?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just reposition here.
Okay. At the end of your turn, we're gonna get a pair of legendary actions. Each creature within 30 feet. So that's
Oh no.
everybody once again. Can I get con saves? Those who are unconscious, you will just automatically fail. Please mark an additional death save as a fail. You're
Fear.
okay, Ku and Zaren, your hit point maximum is reduced by 7.
Oh boy.
This will not come back at a long rest. You need to do something else to get it back. Mage! You are high in the sky.
I'm gonna fly here.
Okay, still at 60
and
feet.
Prepare those dice. I stopped concentrating.
Oh, from 60 feet, you can fly down to the ground with 60 feet of movement from where you were.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the fall damage so I can have movement on the ground.
Oh, okay. Alright, so you... Alright, so sick, give me...
Should be 6d6
Yeah.
fall damage.
Yeah, I opened the other thing. Alright, 23 bludgeoning damage.
Ah!
Thud.
Fall through the tree. I'm gonna put my hand. Oh, what a time to be a wizard.
Banshee scream, y'all. Y'all, watch out.
That's why we
Watch
freeze.
out, watch out, watch out!
I'm gonna grab Malia
Demi Lich RKO.
and I'm gonna drag her. So I'm gonna invoke an attack of opportunity from the
Yep.
thing. I'm gonna
Bite.
drag.
26.
I'm gonna drag Malia here, and I will use my reaction to shield that 26.
So it will not hit. Okay. You drag Malia.
And reaction spell slots don't count against spell slots.
On a turn, no.
So this is such a fucking waste. I am going to grab Liana and Malia. Oh, hold on. Oh, I made a mistake.
Mhm.
Can I go back? Can I go back?
Nope. We are far too in it. This is not Baldur's Gate. There is no F8.
I could have done it right here. I could have done it right here.
You can walk back into that square.
Boop. Haha. I cast teleport on Liana, Malia, Atalanta, and myself
Okay.
to
Where?
get over here.
Okay. Can you currently? You can't currently see that because there's a thing in the way.
Mm.
So for teleport, teleport. Seen casually or viewed once. What do you think? I'm happy to give you seen casually, but it is still going to be a D100 roll if this is what you're going for.
Fuck.
You know I can heal, right?
Oh, your turn's next.
And Ku did ask you to try and take out the Demi-Lich, but that is neither here nor there.
I forgot. I'm the last of the turn order. How do these things do against force damage?
It should hurt, but unfortunately, most magic, they just eat it. They're crazed.
Oh god.
Centered solely on that lich.
Can have a radius up to, so it's
It is
like
a 5 foot
6
radius.
inch. Oh, it's
Yeah.
a 5 foot radius, just perfectly
just-
surrounding it.
Yep.
Okay, it'll choose to save. So it'll be half of whatever the damage is. So when it starts its turn there, it'll.
49.
Okay, so that'll be half to.
Oh, nope, just 44, my bad.
Okay, half to 22 at the start of its turn. Okay, you all watch as a black orb of complete abject shadow and darkness appears, much smaller than it normally does. And Mage begins concentrating on Darkstar.
Yep.
Is that going to be you?
That's mage.
Caitlin, you are frightened.
Yep. I can move this way because it is not approaching my target.
Sure.
And I heal Liana for 75 health.
Wow. Okay.
The full lay on hands experience.
Yep. Get up,
Gah!
everyone's dying. Everyone's dying. Quick, heal, quick.
Okay. Is that your
That's
turn?
my turn.
All right. She will use half of her movement to stand up. She will look around. She's going to reach over and grab Malia's ankle and cast heal. Get up! They're attacking! And then she can't. There's no other healing that she can get. She can't get to Atalante, even with all of her movement. Fucking. Zoran, kill that fucking land shark! And she'll give you an inspiration, Zoran. If you miss, you can add a d12.
Okay.
Alrighty, at the start of this thing's turn, there is a sound of a crunch that none of you are able to hear, and this thing is unable to live any further. You're not aware of this, but you do not see it fly out, nor do
There's
you hear it
also
scream
about a
again.
fourth of that land shark that is disintegrated.
It was flying up in the air above
Oh,
the
gotcha.
undead bulette.
It's a pocket-sized black hole then.
Ku, you are in melee range with this thing. It is still standing over Atalante. She is still actively bleeding out and looks very hurt.
I quickly fumble for another potion, and even though she's being stood on, feeling confident that I didn't hear another fucking scream, I will bother to do this just to try and save her.
Full action to force a potion down her throat.
Yep.
Okay. How many of those Vega potions do you have at that level? Just the two?
That is my second of 3.
Okay. Alrighty, Atalante,
try.
you heal. You heal for 41.
Oh god.
You come to coughing up quite a bit of blood.
Full
As
body
discussed-
shielder.
Yeah.
In case it tries to bite at her.
All right. You cannot move into the Bulette square, unfortunately. Bullets. But you can reach Adelante. Bonus action or any other movement.
Nope.
Okay. A heap, a hop, a jump. To land in this pile of goodness over here. Ku and Mage, if your reactions are available, you can both make opportunity attacks. Or Mage's is not. Ku, you can make an attack of opportunity if you would like.
I would. Because that's
Alright.
still leaving a threatened area with allies.
Yes. Yes, it was leaving it with Mage, so you would get sneak attack if you hit.
Oh,
10 is not gonna do it, though.
I'll take it.
Alright.
Adelante's not dead.
Wait.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. Wouldn't get flanking.
Yeah, no.
Liana, Caitlin, and Malia all need to make strength or dex saving throws. Your choice. Malia, yours is at disadvantage because you're prone, even though you were healed.
Okay. When Malika comes to, it's fuck. By the way.
God damn it! And Liana gets crushed.
+4 for me.
+4. Oh, +4. 16 does do it. Yeah. Malia, a 14 is, or a 13 is not going to save. Liana and Caitlin are both going to save and take half damage. So 15. Malia, you're going to take 30. And then we'll go to you. Underneath this thing's big ol' fucking foot.
Okay, I'm gonna get up.
Ooh.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
No worries. You get up. You would have advantage with Liana, so I'll count the 30.
Oh, okay.
And if you want to roll one more time at normal for advantage for the, see what the other number for the 14 might be. Okay, I'll let that stand. And then a spear haft. How many Eldritch Smite? Oh, once per turn. Okay. Give me a haft and then all the damage. Okay, all three of those are gonna hit.
So, 1.
Okay.
And the
33 plus however many d8s.
The 5th level spell slot.
So 5.
Right.
More than bloodying this thing, putting this one at nearly instantly dead, with this like barrage of strikes as you stand up and just stab, slam, and at the slam there's this crack of force damage that nearly throws it to the ground.
He's really mad about dying.
Actually, you do. It is huge or smaller. You do knock it to the ground.
I think
It is
that's
now
also
prone.
60.
Pretty sure it's large. Yes.
Yeah, huge or smaller, so.
Boy prone. Fight
Mhm.
back. Fight
Well,
back.
That's it.
1d8 plus another d8 for the
It's
level. of this-
+1 per level, but not
Yeah,
like
so it-
per,
so
it usually
it
says
should
per
be-
level above first.
Yeah, so give me one more actually. It'll be sick. It would have been 68. So give me one more d8. Roll another 8 or a 7. I dare you.
Do it.
I triple dog dare you.
Not bad.
Still
All right,
4.
this thing is on death's absolute door. Is that you?
That's me.
Adelante, you're prone.
Hello.
You're very hurt.
Yeah, stand. Half
Ah,
movement.
you're not dead.
I almost was. We'll just fucking pop out another mass cure wounds.
Okay, who are you
Like,
selecting?
Don't worry, we're gonna live. Let's see. I can get all of us except for Zeren, because we're all way more hurt than actually. Caitlin's not that hurt.
Who do you love more between Zeren and Caitlyn?
It's not about that.
Uh-huh.
Zoren's not gonna think that.
Zoran's already mad at you.
I'll pick him over Caitlyn.
Okay, no heals for Caitlyn. Caitlyn Adelante
That's
declares
fine.
out loud that she does not love you as she casts as the verbal component for the spell.
I
No.
don't love you.
No,
Zoran on
I never
100% health.
is he? I can't
No.
see that.
No, he's
No.
not.
I'm about to say 'cause it's covered by green.
Dude. Oh yeah, it's about 98.
It's green on green. Oh, I whispered that.
Everybody
17.
except Caitlyn heals for 17. Alright, would you like to stand up and move around?
Yeah. Yeah, I stood up.
15 feet of movement left?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Okay.
get in with the crowd.
Hey, fuck you!
Alright, that's me.
Fight back! Zoran,
Yes. I would like to charge in.
I bet you would. You would have advantage standing there.
And I just want to fuck it up.
Fuck it up.
You advantage, I said, but reroll
Oh.
your bone counter.
Oh, whoops.
See if you get get a better than 13. Why is it that when I? All right, whatever. 24 will hit.
Is it every time you go, just do another roll? And then
Do
they roll
another
it?
one at normal, and then they roll at advantage. Fuckers. What does that look like?
I fuck them up like I'm playing the drums.
You bash the absolute nuts and butts out of this undead Bulette.
Yes.
And a minute later, when Mage finally lets Darkstar wear itself out, it reveals nothing
Nothing.
inside. Ow! What the fuck was that scream?
How is it,
Holy
Village?
shit.
They usually have gone insane here. I'm fucking scared if there's more.
Oh no, I think Zaran would go in a comfort coup.
There's a lot of them. Maybe it's a bad idea if there's more.
It's getting dark. We should try and.
This place always been so fucked.
Well,
You can roll history.
yeah. I say, well.
I'd like to cast True Seeing to see if there is anything invisible around us.
You do
And
not see
slash
anything.
or ethereal.
You do not see anything invisible and slash
sorry,
or
no.
ethereal.
Well, shit.
With a 25, you know that it is not. Though it was abandoned, that was more due to the, like cultural disenfranchisement that the elves had with the city after it was laid to waste.
Yeah.
They wouldn't rebuild here on this holy site. So the fact that it is now crawling with undead is probably a newer fact, and probably is why a lot of people don't know what's going on here, because there are incredibly deadly things just wandering around or standing on guard. If you were not who you were, or perhaps had come to this place a few months earlier, you could have all just died right now. Even as it was a close thing.
Yeah.
Extremely.
With my white, spectacled, starry, true seeing eyes, I'm gonna call everybody over here.
God damn. Alright.
Oh,
Come on.
what for?
Somebody please move the hanging vines. Don't tear them off, just shift them.
Gently part them.
Ooh, get out of me!
No.
And then I will
Gotta
cast
check your pulse.
Magnificent Mansion
Alrighty.
so that the vines will hang over the door. And in one encounter, I used all of my high level spells.
As we all feel unwell.
Obviously, using the hanging vines as a concealment for the door.
Fuck yeah.
We all walk in with our tails between our legs.
Yeah.
It's-
mm.
Probably chill outside for a little bit longer.
Zaren's gonna go through the cold biome and then go find a seat and think.
Big strong arm don't work. What do?
What do when friend
It's
enemies
crazy.
die? Felt useless. Must
I-
stink.
Molly's not going to say anything and walk directly to her room.
Can I roll an Arcana check to know what the Lich did to us?
You can try. When it knocked everybody down?
Well, knocked everyone down, but almost felt like our life being zapped away.
Sure, give me an Arcana check. Okay. You know that it tried two specific different things. One, it is literally tried to drain your life and use it to infuse itself, and heal itself. But what it tried to do to Lyanna was far more insidious. It was most likely trying to trap her soul. There are specific kind of demi-liches that can trap souls in gems for later devouring.
Very glad we made that.
The priest of Celestia, the librarian, who we were talking to last time,
Lore master,
when she was naming all of those creations of their gods, and there was a skeleton necromancer. Have I spelt this wrong, or is its name Felixar?
Velixar with a V. Here, let me get you the exact
and that's
spelling.
the same as the demon.
Yes, that's the yes.
Okay.
That's what she was talking about. The demon Velixar, Sluggoth, and the Darrikin.
And also the
Dietite.
many-faced necromancer. And
That's
the blood feaster.
Mm-hmm. And the Walking Plague.
Which was
Those are their
Sluggoth.
titles. Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote down all those. I'm getting big skeleton necromancer vibes. Maybe this vampire guy is more than you think.
Well, I think the presence of a demi-lich has already proved he's more than we think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a Bone Claw. That's like a failed demi-lich.
It's gotta be a lot worse than dead.
yeah, probably.
I would definitely. I don't know if you have it at the ready, but removing curses and restorations might be.
Oh yeah,
very
I
much in
definitely
order.
have those.
Oh, the people who got fucked with the HP sap.
Hmm.
Can I do an Arcana check to see what kind of lingering magic that is? If it's a curse,
Absolutely.
that's still a 10.
You can determine that it is. It's not a curse, but it is like a sickness. You would need something like greater restoration or more powerful to remove that.
Damn. you need greater restoration or something more powerful.
Oh, I got that.
remember it.
I got that too.
Who's got shit cursed? Zoran?
Yeah.
Yeah, who needs it?
All the way over
Raise
there.
my hand.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go find Zoran. You get yourself and Ku.
Well, yeah,
I'll go check in with Malia.
and I'll like
Bwop.
my salon.
Knock, 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 knock. Hey, decursing service.
My salon.
You need an exterminator this month?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, of course. I cry a little bit.
Vaporizes before your very eyes.
Okay, and she opens the door. Real, I just came back from the bathroom. Okay.
No worries. Did you get health drained?
Yeah, I mean the
Here. She will reach out and touch your nose, and there is a bright light, and your max health is increased back to its previous number.
little boop. Thank you,
Hey, no problem.
and thanks for earlier too.
Happy to help. That's what I'm here for. It's what you. Well, you don't pay me often, but it is what you pay me for.
You're getting paid?
I do get paid. I get an equal cut. You haven't been paid either yet.
You guys are getting paid.
You get paid?
Is everybody else doing okay?
Yeah, Adelante's decursing in the other room.
Horse! Vida! I just screamed.
Just an outline of Ku embedded on the floor.
Everyone, please take 8,700 experience.
That feels like that wasn't worth that much experience.
Split this many ways?
Shut up.
So, yeah, so unfortunately, 7 ways does diminish.
7 ways.
That matches my math.
What is the math?
Mage just put it in the chat.
Yep.
Oh,
Same for mine.
Well,
damn. I was.
Yeah,
Okay.
Were you a bit behind there, Zoran?
I was at 13,000.
That's
Oh!
you haven't
That-
updated
that's
since you
what-
joined the game.
Absolutely.
Zoran out here like level 6.
100? You mean 130,000?
No.
No. Oh dear.
No.
Oh, Val.
No,
Val's been-
Zeren. Val's
Zoran's
Yeah.
not
actually
here.
been playing as a level 5 barbarian this whole time.
when Ku scoots by,
Yeah,
Mage will,
that's still level 5.
Mage will
Campaign didn't
leave.
even start level 5.
Cool, are you okay? He would put his hand on her back and rub.
Good up. Did really good out there.
No,
My back.
I made so many mistakes.
No, those are the worst. The feral and the most unpredictable. They're starved undead.
Ugh. I can't say I've ever encountered something so vicious. Other than the giant worm, but it's not the same.
It's funny to say, but I still prefer the liches that have their head on straight still.
Hmm. Well, at least for now it's over, but I'm scared that there's gonna be more, but I'm sure we can figure something out for that. I hope.
Kind of just smash it as fast as you can, like we did.
Okay. Next time, I know. Eh.
The float next is a run.
I feel like. Mm. It's cold in this fucking hallway, right?
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah, that
walking
is
by.
the element. That is the elemental hallway of cold
I
and
just
ice.
walked
Yes.
by in this hallway.
And
I'm just
water.
fucking
It's
shivering.
water. It's just
Oh
wet.
yeah. Oh, it's
it's just
got
wet?
water
Like the water
wall
walls.
features.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just what?
There's a small trough on either side of the walkway. It's
Mm.
faintly misting.
Yeah, it's water, earth,
Earth, fire,
and
and
then
air.
fire and air.
Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, what? This shit looks like ice.
I think Malia wants to take a proper bath and not a pool party time.
Yeah, it's okay. Zaren's too low energy for it. He won't.
A proper
He's-
bath is actually relaxing, not a pool party time.
A pool party. Is that a fist?
It's a
Who's
gauntlet.
in here? Are there people in here? There are. Hello, people.
You alright? After that
Uh,
very much near crushing death?
yeah, you know, dying feels weird.
Right. Still not quite used to it.
You guys didn't die.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry, we're working on it.
We're working on it. Don't worry. Chill out, bro. But I actually came here to thank you because I know you did help me not die.
I was kind of worried that Demilich might have gotten somebody.
Yeah. You're worried you're gonna lose my amazing healing skills. She like waves her hands in front of her face. Oh.
And that they would kind of eat your soul.
Yeah, I know. It'd be horrific. Thank you, really.
That's why I still keep the tattoo.
Yeah, that's actually. I'd seen it before. That's pretty amazing. Not easy to come by one of those.
Oh, definitely got it from the Bale family.
Oof.
Working on hunting liches and magic like that, it's kind of needed, especially even with banshees of the sort.
Right, that sort of thing, you know, save you like it just did. I'm just glad everybody made it out okay. Well, some more than others, but still breathing.
You want a hug?
Of course, sure.
Stand up on the bench and give Adeline like the tightest hug I can.
She like looks over at Zeren just sitting there. She's like, "You could join."
Nah.
Oh, come on.
For once. No.
He says it like that.
Yeah, literally. No.
Why? What's wrong?
Well, today's probably the worst day of my life.
Why? What happened?
Worst day of your life so far.
I like,
So
like
far.
I like let go of the hug, and I like, what happened?
Well, you ignored me twice.
I wasn't meaning to.
And
Kind of high
our
strung.
friends almost died, and I was stupid. I should have hit the fish thing.
I mean,
but I
hey,
used my I didn't.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, you still help save us in the end. That's what matters. If people make mistakes,
He just shrugs it off.
like me, I mean, you said I ignored you, so I'm sorry. That is a mistake that I've made today.
Why did you ignore me?
It wasn't really by choice. I guess I'm just kind of high strung.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just kind of, well, I'm worried, to be frank.
I understand. We're a lot closer to what we need to do.
Danger, possible horrible deaths.
Yeah.
I try not to. I try not to think about it.
Yeah.
But fear does make you stronger in some cases. And we should all be thankful we can even feel anything.
Suppose.
I'm pretty thankful.
It's good to hear. And, Zoran, really, I'm sorry about today.
It's fine. I shouldn't have overreacted like I did.
Well, can I have that hug? You could still join in.
Where my hug at?
Yeah, I was about to say, where my hug at though?
Homies, hug it out.
This is not the same situation.
He would get up and hug.
Thank you. Alright, now I think I really, really desperately need to go eat and then lay down.
Okay.
There's been a lot of spell casting today. You guys want to come along for dinner?
I'll be up in a minute.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
Alright. And then I go and step in the thing. And I go sit at the zoom out.
Did Liana want to say something, or is she just hovering? to time
She's
stuff?
she's just chatting. She's like, that was a crazy fight. Yeah, she's discussing how her old group used to match her 401k. Workers' rights conversation mostly, continuing from earlier. Nothing specific unless you had something you wanted to mention to her. She's just trying to get to know you a little bit better.
No, just that like Malia would want to take a bath, like
Oh,
for
I'm sorry, I'm
relaxing
keeping
purposes.
you.
No, that's okay. You want to come?
Sure. Be
Like
nice
an
to
like an
stretch my
actual
wings.
bath.
Yeah, not whatever the fuck we did the other day. I would be down to visit the sauna after, though. Wet room, splish, splosh, splash.
Splish, 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 splish. Purple frog runs by. What the fuck?
This is where he came when he was dead. Yeah, made. Oh, Saki! You're so pitiable when you make a little cry sound like that. Yeah. Ku and Zeren will hang out in the courtyard patio. Molly and Liana bathe. Adelante gets some food, and Caitlin and Mage will spar. Unless there's anything else you guys would like to do, the night will pass, and you guys can get your long rest, and we can move to the next day, if you would so like.
I think I have something I want to do. I think.
He's on the move.
Can I move downstairs, please?
Hey,
Oh,
here
yeah.
he goes.
I will reply in a voice, yes, Aaron would nod eagerly. For sure. Especially after horrible fight.
I'm suspicious. Maybe just going downstairs while interacting with me.
Uh-oh. What else?
Oh no, never mind. Someone else got yoinked.
Yoink. Tiny little fingers wrapped around yours.
No. He hold hand. And then he just begins to talk like, I think I should have done this and this. Maybe swung at that thing instead of trying to hit the other thing.
That works. And it's a bit of a panic moment. I kind of freaked out as well. Well, at least we know for next time as well.
Yeah.
Not exactly something I was expecting to see in, well, anywhere around here.
Unfortunately, I'm very new to that sort of thing. I've only really gone up against maybe you know, the occasional bandit or thief, wildlife, never something as terrifying as that.
Yeah, considering we found you being chased by 2 vampires.
Yeah. That was
Entertaining start of a relationship.
yeah, you know, I feel like I don't protect the Adelante as much as I do. As much as I feel like I should. 'Cause I owe her.
Hang around to it.
Eh. Just worried, what if I can't? She almost died. And I was frozen still.
I've been in that situation a lot. And Petra was still alive. It's not easy. But I can't really say it's your fault. Those things are soul crushing.
Yeah, I think if everyone would have actually, if their lives would have ended today,
I was pretty fucking scared on that. I couldn't really break away from that thing to try and sling another shot at it. I couldn't get up to it. It's also why I kind of panicked and told everyone to keep away from it for the moment. But yeah. Those scare me a lot more than any lich who still has his head on straight or vampire, because at least those two can be agitated or, you know, still falter to thoughts. That thing is like fighting a hungry bear for a fish.
Oh.
Not a lot of thought there.
Very vicious. We should probably check in with Adelante. I am starting to get some hunger. Feel hungry.
Not a bad idea.
You coming?
Of course I'm coming.
Let's go.
How else am I gonna pet your fluffy ears?
Shoot. Take a seat next to Adelante. Hello, madam.
We can't push her. Get her legs.
Get her legs. I'll get her arms.
She's just eating. She's like eating, but it looks like very unhealthy food. It's just like pure, like, yeah, literally.
I think Zarin would get whatever you're eating from your hand and eat it.
And she just looks up. She's like, "Hello."
And then he'd sit on your lap, like on the side.
Is this a thing we're doing? I do.
Nothing's
Okay.
happening.
Right.
Me.
He-
You know what? I pick up. I signal Ku to come. And then when Ku comes over, I like slap my lap to tell her to sit on my lap.
Oh my god.
Triple stack. Triple stack.
Yeah. Feed us.
Feed us. What?
Meat.
I grab like some meat and I just put it on the plate.
No.
What?
Zan points at the meat and then the mouth.
What?
Meat and mouth.
What?
I just like spear it with a fork and I just like here.
Okay, now bring it closer into my mouth.
It's right here in front of your. I jab you. I like touch you. With
Are you gonna fucking stab me now?
No,
Jab him.
I touch him
What
with the
the
chicken.
fuck?
Why can't
Oh
we
my
be
god.
normal?
Oh my god.
You know
No,
what? You know
I
what
just-
it is, Ku? Jealous.
Definitely.
Alright.
I touch his face with the chicken. I'm like, it's
very,
right here.
Very close.
We're gonna end tonight's session as everybody goes to sleep once again. We'll pick up in the morning next week.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
As we surround Element.
All of the lights begin to dim in every room, signaling it's bedtime.
Bedtime.
Yes, bedtime.
I imagine there comes a point when the doorknobs become like, what's the like? There comes a point where it's like a psych ward where the environment changes depending on the time to induce certain feelings in people. You are now sleepy. The music changes to like night mode. The lights all go dim.
All
I
the
hate
windows, all the windows show like a moon and stars.
Yeah. If we had met Mage at a different point in their lives, I think the doors would lock from the outside after a certain point. Go to your room. Stay there.
Come on.
You just feel
Let's go
100,
snuggle.
feel 100 invisible servants pushing you into your room.
But yeah, that is all I had for tonight, y'all. Thank you very much for coming. I hope you look forward to further investigation into the ruins of Desria next week.
Very much is.
Mmm.
You animal.
And that was just guarding the exterior.
I know.
Oh.
Okay. I'm definitely turning on my lantern next time we go outside.
Pee and poo.
But I only have 8 hours worth of oil.
We need a training arc.
For
Yes,
what?
right now is when you need the training arc. Yes. This is not the climax or anything.
Well, no, he has to beat us, and then we get a training arc, and then we come back.
Oh yeah.
Is that what's gonna
Okay.
happen? You guys are planning to lose? Do you think this is one of those fights where it's like you're supposed to lose, but then the game comes up with a you died, game over screen, you have to do it again?
Hmm.
It's all timey-wimey shit.
If we beat the vampire the first time we saw him, we would have got an end credits screen.
Legend of the Lost Empire, any percent run. No glitches, no skips. Alright, I'm gonna go and use the bathroom. I will be back.
Mm-mm.
Slowly, I will make this fan art become true.
Slowly.
I can't believe you denied everyone.
I did. It was for my enjoyment only.
Wow.
I mean, that's
Wait,
fair.
wow.
It's just makes it feel weirder from the outside perspective, because from the looks of it, Mage has a thing for Malia, and Malia definitely doesn't have a thing for Mage.
No, I feel like she's like, let's see. You know, like, let's see how this goes. Like, she's kind of like tasting the wine.
I
you
get the
know?
vibes of like,
Very, like,
no
small
thanks.
sips. It's because, I don't know. I could see it. But she's tasting the wine. She's sipping it.
Yeah.
And also,
Meanwhile, Zoran and Ku are just fucking swimming in each other.
fucking the snuggle.
Listen, comfort snuggles after that is definitely...
But here's the thing. He knows that Adelante has a thing for him. He thinks,
It's true.
right? Because he smooched.
And then nothing romantic happened between them again.
Nothing romantic has happened between them.
Even gave multiple shots for Adelante to say some shit.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Ku over here coming up, ruffling your ears and shit.
It's because I feel like she's very soon.
She's very soon.
She's very soon. I have to pull the moves on her.
Let me just slide on it.
It's okay. Next time, she'll get the cuddles.
It's true.
Cuddle on your corpse. We're gonna fucking die.
I've never been so fucking happy to have the Life Well tattoo, dude.
I remember Demi-Liches from Frostmaiden, and I was like, oh, can't these guys like fucking one-shot you?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going in. I know Josh just said don't stand near it, but I was like, I have like the highest burst capability. I gotta stand near it.
That's why I was like, fucking crush it as hard as you can, hard as you can. I'm like, that shit kills parties.
It's like you threw like 13 banshees out.
Yeah, the 13 Banshees wasn't as bad as a Demi-Lich.
Yeah, but that's like DC like 13 or something.
Yeah.
Demi-Lich, that was DC. I lived on a 15, so because it's not that high.
You were feared. Those who I assume functioned like the Banshee, like 5 or below, is just instant death. Or, well, air quote death. Because it functions like the Banshee for that as well, where it's like if you get 5 below the 13 number, then you just
Like
drop
Ghosts,
to 0.
where it's like if you roll too low, you get years taken
Aged
off
by
your
fucking, fucking D4 times 10 years. Fucking some horrible astronomical number.
It's fucking hellacious.
Dude, that
Yeah, that
happened to my
happened to
fucking
Josh's
dude who
character.
was like 43 years old and he was a tiefling and he fucking turned around and everyone's like, oh my god!
Yeah, he was in the room with a Dampier and an elf who was pretty young, so it didn't affect them at all. Man went from like 40 to 60, and he was like, bro,
My kids
What the
won't
fuck?
recognize me now. Oh, man.
Well, I'm satisfied.
I would be satisfied if I were you.
My
You're
friend
not
just
close
messaged
up
me. Did
these
you have a
things.
bath time orgy last week?
Yeah, just about.
It was not an orgy. It
It was
was
close
just
to it. It was
a
damn well
bonding
close
experience.
to it.
No one fucked.
No one fucked. But at the same time, like, it would be so weird for Ku to just be like, yeah, let me get some of that out of fucking nowhere. It's right. I'm enjoying the fucking cuddles, alright? I'm taking my time with this.
Yeah. I think that's like the best way to Zarin, anyways. I think if you approached him with like, fuck, he would be like, no.
Please, no!
I'm not experienced, I'm frail.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
Do it for some Frank's hot sauce.
Oh, hey, hold
Maybe
on.
he would try.
Hot sauce on my titties right now.
Oh my god,
I found the secret boys, I mean.
I think,
that is the most sexiest thing he's
Oh, yeah,
ever.
I like that. It's spicy.
Val, I think next week Zarin and Mage have a colorful conversation they can have.
No, not if we're
Yeah.
gonna. No, not if we're gonna be fighting. It has to be something fucked has to happen to Zarin to realize, yo, I need coochie in my life. You know.
Yeah, yo, I need
I
some
mean,
coochie.
did that happen to Mage?
It did, and then he started to pull the moves on Malia.
It's very true. He started
Mage-
feeling feelings and like
Mage
flesh.
literally died.
Yeah, that see something actually. If Zarin comes really close to dying, his curse will like kick in. But if he dies and he comes back to life somehow, then
It's makeout time.
everyone with every single person in this party,
Orgy when?
orgy win.
Whole new variation to lapdog.
He wants a chance with everyone.